Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Today we're going to talk about RN numbers. Most of you are probably already familiar with them or have at least heard of them. But even if you've never heard of them before, by the end of this video you are going to be an expert. RN stands for registered number. It's just basically a nifty little number you'll find on clothing tags. And then you can input them into a database and look up which company distributes or manufactures that particular brand of clothing or that item of clothing. It comes in handy if you have a piece of clothing, say it's missing the brand, but it still has the RN tag. It comes in handy if you can't read a certain tag. I know a lot of brands have like really hard to read writing sometimes. And then there are some companies such as Anthropologie that put out lots of different clothes under lots of different names and brands, but they all have the same RN number. And if you know that number, then you know it's by Anthropologie. It is a US-based system. It's registered through the Federal Trade Commission. So you're not going to find brands that are manufactured or distributed in England or Canada. This is US-based, but for the most part, you can find mostly what you're looking for. So what I'm going to do is share my screen with you in a second. I'm going to show you some examples of the RN number on tags so you can see what it looks like and what to look for. And then we're going to go over to the FTC database website, and I'm going to show you how to look up an RN and what information you can get when you look it up. And then we're going to look at the Canada system, because Canada has its own number system for looking up numbers and registering them, just like our RN system through the FTC, but it's all Canada based. So I'll show you that as well. And then we will come back here and talk a little bit more about why RN numbers are so important. So I was going to show you one on an actual tag in person, but I think the light in here is not going to cooperate. There you go. You can see it at the bottom there, RN number at the very, very bottom. So that's what it looks like on this pair of jeans. But we'll go over to my screen share, and I'll show you a couple others just so you can get super duper familiar with how they look. All right, so this is a Cynthia Raleigh skirt that we have listed. And you can see there that the RN number is at the bottom of the tag where the material is. And then here's a pair of Gap pants. Again, at the bottom of the tag, right there. A Cabela's shirt. It's right there underneath the cotton. So it's usually going to be at the bottom of the tag, on the tag with the material. But it always says RN, and then it has the number. Some of them don't have them, and it's either because I don't have all the tags here, or some just, I guess, don't print them out, or maybe J Brand isn't American. But anyway, here's the RN database. This is the link up here. I'll put it in the description box down below for you, and then you can bookmark it so you can come back to it whenever you need it. So this is the RN database. Registered Identification Numbers in WPL. You can search by company name, which is the DBA or doing business as, legal business name, or the RN number. Information in this system is based on data submitted to the FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commission. The information is accurate and current only if it has been kept up to date by the submitter. We encourage submitters to review their records and update the RN information as necessary. So the jeans I showed you earlier, the RN number on those is 11459. So you would just put that in right there, and you would click search, and that's going to tell me that that is Bennington Stump Sock Corporation. These are White House Black Market jeans. So if I didn't know that these were White House Black Market, that might confuse me a little bit. So maybe I'd click on Bennington and see if there's any more information here. Sometimes they have their DBAs here, sometimes they don't. So this wouldn't really be that helpful in this situation. But let's try the Gap. The Gap is 50423. Oops. And that's the Spirit of California Incorporated. And let's just look up the app. So it gives you all this information. One of the most popular brands, Anthropologie, it's a good brand. You should be sourcing for it. Absolutely. They put out a lot of clothes under one RN number. So if you know their RN number by heart, then you can discover if you have found an Anthropologie piece in the wild. They have a lot of different brands that they use on their tags. The RN number for Anthropologie is 66170. Write that down somewhere. Memorize it. That way when you're out searching, I did not mean to do an advanced search. When you're out sourcing, you can look it up. So that's Urban Outfitters Incorporated. I just happen to know that that is Anthropologie. That is their number. So memorize that. And if you find clothing that has the RN number 66170 on it, then you know it's made by Anthropologie. But that's how you use the database. You can look up brand names or RN numbers. And then they have a Canadian database, which I already opened in this tab for you to look at. And sorry, it pulls you to this page first, and it's like, whoo, this is a lot. It's telling you how you would register yours. So I just went down to the search for an identification number. So the Canadian identification number is a 5-digit identification number preceded by the letters CA. So similar to the RN, but it has CA in front instead of RN. And when you click to search, it looks kind of like the one you're looking for, where you type it on the RN. Silver Jeans, I just happen to know are a Canadian brand. So I pulled up one of my listings here, and there it is. You can see the number right there above Western Glove Works. It says CA00508. So if I was looking that up, I would put CA00508. It's not one side. I don't know why. I guess you don't put in the CA. Okay, so 00508. This is the first time I've ever used the Canadian site. Can you tell? So you don't type in the CA. So just like with the RN number, you only put the number in. Learn something new every day. And there you go. Western Glove Works. Let's see what information I can get. There you go. And if you know your Silver Jeans, you know that that's Western Glove Works. So that's how these can be used. They're really useful if you know of a brand like Anthropologie that's really well known for putting out tons of different clothes under different brands. And if you memorize that 66170, you can always look at the tag and know it's by Anthropologie and that you can use it in your keywords. So there is a Canadian counterpart, and you can get to that from the RN database link. It's on the left side, Canadian database. And then there's some FAQs. I guess we should go over those real quick. And again, I will put this link in the description box, and you guys can come back and fart around with it and play around and see what you can get into. But there's an FAQ. So RN stands for Registered Identification Number. It is a number issued by the FTC to U.S. businesses that manufacture, import, distribute, or sell products covered by the textile, wool, and fur acts. Businesses can use this number on product labels instead of the company name. Then do you have to use one? How do you get one? Does it really pertain to us? How long does it take? It is free to get one. That's interesting. My company's not in the United States, so it kind of helps people out that aren't in the United States and Canada. They They will only issue one RN per company. So that's how you know the 66170. Anytime you see it, that's going to be the Urban Outfitters or the Anthropologie brand. It tells them how to use it and where can you get more information. There's a whole bunch of links here. I mean, if you really wanted to do some research and look up more stuff, you could. There's policy here. There's enforcement, press releases about the FTC. So there's like a lot of information here. I really just go to the front page and when I need to type in a number and look it up. But that is the RN. And let me say it one more time for the people in the back. Memorize 66170. When I was a new reseller, that was one of the first things I was taught by my reselling friends that had more experience than me. They said, memorize 66170. If you ever see that RN number on the tag, that's an item you want to source. It's been years, but I do believe that Anthropologie is still a decent brand. It's still good to pick up. Obviously, some of the pieces and brands underneath them are going to sell for more money than others, but it's not so much a brand that's been trashed or raced to the bottom or oversaturated. Anthropologie is still a decent brand. So 66170. Remember that. If you ever find that on a tag in the wild, you know it's by Urban Outfitters or Anthropologie. And the FTC only gives one number to every company. So Anthropologie can create tons of DBAs and tons of brands of clothing, but it's always going to be 66170. And the again, the RN is only through the US. It's US based, FTC. If you have a brand that you know is Canadian, like I knew Silver Jeans was, you can find it there. I haven't researched or looked into anything similar for like the UK or Australia or anything like that. But the the RN numbers usually what I find the most on tags, except for my Silver Jeans. If you guys have any more questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below in the comments. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. And subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little bell so you're notified when I go live and or put out new pre-recorded content on the channel. And don't forget to join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. There's a link down below. Until next time, go be productive, go make some money, and hey, maybe do some research and reading up on RN numbers. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.